Wyoming brings the Wild West to life. It's a land of harsh landscapes, rich tribal legend, rodeos, ranches, cowboy towns, and some of the world's great wilderness areas. And it's one of the most sparsely populated states in the U.S. Yellowstone National Park, with its geothermal wonders, and Grand Teton National Park, with its breathtaking scenery, form one of the world's greatest preserved temperate zone ecosystems. From grizzlies and golden eagles to wolves, elk, moose, bison, and black bears, both parks are home to an incredible variety of species. And the state's most beautiful national parks attract the most visitors. Explore red-walled canyons, hot springs, old prairie villages, pioneer museums, and the historical attractions of Cheyenne, Wyoming's capital. Outdoor adventures abound with all this wildness and open space. Wyoming has some of the best hiking, mountain biking, kayaking, climbing, and fishing in North America, as well as some of the best skiing. With our list of the top tourist attractions in Wyoming, you can learn about the greatest spots to visit in this rugged western state. 1. Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone is the world's first and oldest national park, having been established in 1872. It is home to one of the world's most spectacular wilderness areas. The valleys are still home to large herds of bison, as well as grizzly and black bears, gray wolves, elk, antelope, trumpeter swans, and majestic bald eagles. A geothermal wonderland, the park. The forces that shaped this incredible landscape millions of years ago can be seen in the hissing geysers, bubbling mud pots, and steaming hot springs. Waterfalls cascade down steep gorges, and miles of glistening lakes and rivers. The famed Old Faithful Geyser, Yellowstone Lake, and the jaw-dropping cascades of Lower Falls are all highlights of Yellowstone National Park. You can drive around the park, but the best way to enjoy the area's different ecosystems is to hike its vast network of trails. Staying in one of the park's picturesque campgrounds is a great way to extend your wilderness experience. The park is one of Wyoming's most popular tourist destinations. Sightseeing is wonderful all year, with each season painting the scenery in different hues, but the summer is when the majority of tourists visit. 2. Grand Teton National Park. Grand Teton National Park is one of Wyoming's gems, crowned by the rugged peaks of the magnificent Teton Mountain Range. These mountains, located in the state's northwest, were formed millions of years ago when a crack in the Earth's crust buckled, resulting in the formation of 12 peaks with heights over 12 feet. The Grand Teton, at 13,770 feet above sea level, is the highest. The wildlife is plentiful. The park is home to around 300 bird species, 60 animal species, and numerous freshwater fish. Wildlife enthusiasts, photographers, climbers, kayakers, and hikers will all enjoy the park. Hiking the many routes and staying overnight in the campgrounds are the finest ways to experience the breathtaking surroundings. Summer is by far the busiest season, and the only time the high mountain hiking paths are snow-free. But spring and fall are also beautiful times to come, with fewer visitors. During the winter, some roads and access points are closed. 3. Jackson, Wyoming, nestled in a wide valley at the foot of the majestic Teton Mountains, embodies the spirit of the Wild West. The charm of this charming village is enhanced by rustic wooden structures and boardwalks, as well as modest boutiques, galleries, and restaurants. The town plaza, which is framed by elk horn arches, is also difficult to overlook. Jackson is also a popular stop on the road to Yellowstone National Park and the entryway to the gorgeous Grand Teton National Park. The National Elk Refuge, which borders town, protects the world's largest herd of wintering elk. You may ride horse-drawn sleighs into the preserve throughout the season to see these charming creatures up close. The National Museum of Wildlife Art, hidden in a rocky hillside just south of town, is another major attraction, with over 4,000 paintings and several rotating displays. Float rides down the Snake River, chuckwagon cookouts, the famed summer rodeo, and downhill skiing on Snow King Mountain are all popular activities in Jackson. Jackson Hole is also one of Wyoming's best fly fishing spots. The Jackson Hole Mountain Resort at Teton Village is a 20-minute drive from Jackson and provides some of the best skiing in North America, as well as a diversified lineup of summer mountain activities and outdoor concerts. 4. Hot Springs State Park, Thermopolis. Hot Springs State Park is an excellent place to stop for a soothing soak because it is built around the world's largest single mineral hot spring. Big Spring's hot mineral water is fed into bathhouses and kept at a constant temperature of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The state bathhouse has both indoor and outdoor pools where you can soak in the soothing waters. Hiking routes, petroglyphs, summer flower beds, and the Rainbow Terrace, where water from another stream flows into the Bighorn River, are all located in the region. In the hills, look for a herd of bison feeding. 5. Bridger-Teton National Forest. Outdoor enthusiasts can explore more than 3.4 million acres of western Wyoming's harsh mountain wilderness in the picturesque Bridger-Teton National Forest. 3 wilderness areas are located within the forest's boundaries. The Bridger Wilderness in the Wind River Mountains is home to the Green River's headwaters, some of the world's largest glaciers, and Wyoming's highest point, Gannett Peak. The Teton Wilderness protects species like grizzlies, wolves, and bison, while the Gros Ventre Wilderness is home to unique geological characteristics. Lower Slide Lake was formed when the Gros Ventre Slide sliced down a mountainside in 1925. Evidence of the slide can still be seen today. The entire region is crisscrossed by miles of paths and is ideal for hiking, hunting, fishing, ski touring, and mountaineering. 6. The Buffalo Bill Center of the West, Cody. In a complex of 5 intriguing museums, the Buffalo Bill Center of the West retraces an important part of American history. Artifacts from the life of Buffalo Bill Cody, the famed American soldier and showman, can be seen at the Buffalo Bill Museum. The Cody Firearms Museum houses an extensive collection of firearms from all over the world. The Draper Museum of Natural History focuses on Wyoming wildlife and geology, while the Plains Indian Museum offers exhibits and a multimedia show about the culture of the grassland's original inhabitants. Aside from all of these historical displays and relics, the center also has an art gallery. The Wild West motif continues at the Whitney Gallery of Western Art, with pieces by Frederick Remington, Charles Russell, and George Catlin. In the summer, the rodeo grounds near the center host some of the top cowboys in the Wild West. 7. Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area. Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area runs from Green River, Wyoming, south into Utah, and is named after the area's stunning red sandstone cliffs. Flaming Gorge Reservoir, fed by the Green River, is a popular site for boating, fishing, swimming, camping, and kayaking. Rafting is also available downstream from the Flaming Gorge Dam on the Green River. The Red Canyon Vista and Visitor Center, perched above the canyon, provides spectacular views of the gorge. The Canyon Rim Trail runs from the Visitor Center along the canyon's rim, with lookouts along the route. Along with the colorful rock formations, some of the rock walls have petroglyphs, and prehistoric fossils are common in the area. 8. The Wind River Range. Looking for a way to see Grand Teton National Park or Yellowstone National Park without the crowds? Travel to western Wyoming's Wind River Range. Its 2.25 million acres include 7 of the lower 48 states' greatest glaciers, lush meadows dotted with wildflowers, glacier-carved valleys, snow-capped summits, and dozens of sparkling trout-filled streams, including the Green River's headwaters. It's no surprise that hiking, hunting, fishing, camping, and climbing are all popular activities here. Hikers, in particular, will love this place. The region is home to more than 600 miles of trails, including a section of the Continental Divide Scenic National Trail, which spans from Canada to Mexico. The 80-mile length of the track that runs through this region reaches an elevation of 11 feet and is best hiked in August and September when the trails are most likely to be snow-free. Keep a watch out for any wildlife. Although this is the grizzly bear territory, you can also observe moose, mountain lions, deer, elk, wolves, and hundreds of other bird species. The Wind River Range is also one of Wyoming's premier fly fishing spots. In the crystal-clear streams, anglers can catch a variety of trout species, as well as grayling and mackinaw. Climbers come here to scale the granite peaks, which include the well-known Cirque of the Towers in the range's southern portion. Are you looking for some culture and history? You'll also find that here, on the Wind River Indian Reservation, you can attend a powwow, visit museums, or take a 70-kilometer scenic drive along the Wind River Indian Reservation Trail to learn more about the area. Local chambers of commerce can provide you with a self-guided Wyoming tourism map. Pinedale, the rustic village at the entrance to this isolated region of the Bridger Wilderness, is a perfect place to stock up on supplies. From here, you may put on your backpack, lace up your boots, and pack your fly rod to explore one of the country's most breathtakingly gorgeous wilderness areas, without the crowds. 9. Grand Targhee Ski Resort. Grand Targhee Ski Resort is a great choice for your next Wyoming ski holiday if you dislike waiting in lines and paying outrageous rates for lift tickets. This family-friendly resort on the western slopes of the Tetons, about a 90-minute drive from Jackson Hole Mountain Resort, is a far cheaper choice than its famed sister resort, with far fewer guests. With 270 feet of vertical accessible through 5 lifts, snowfall averages more than 500 inches of fine, fluffy powder. There are tracks for all abilities here, but intermediate skiers will appreciate the fact that more than 70% of the terrain is designated as suitable for them. Two terrain parks, snowshoeing, and Nordic paths are among the other amenities. Backcountry skiers and snowboarders can participate in Wyoming's only cat skiing, as well as private snowcat skiing. Sure, visibility can be an issue here at times, but you can ski the trees on cloudy days, and the promise of immaculate powder pockets helps to compensate. Grand Targhee has one of the lowest skier to untracked snow acre ratios in the country. Another advantage of a visit here is the relatively low cost of slope-side lodging. Summers are also jam-packed with fun. Take a picturesque chairlift ride, watch a music concert, bike the trails, and visit the charming tiny town's restaurants and stores. Grand Targhee is a beautiful mountain vacation for the whole family, regardless of the season. 10. Devil's Tower National Monument. Devil's Tower National Monument, which rises over 200 feet above Wyoming's eastern plains and the Belfort River, is a geological wonder. This is the heavy hitter when it comes to Northeast Wyoming attractions. Through images and exhibits, the Devil's Tower Visitor Center describes the geology of this flat-topped volcanic marvel and shows the history and culture of the area. Hike through 8 kilometers of nature trails that round the rock and thread through the surrounding woodland and meadows after exploring the monument. Wildflowers abound in the spring and early summer, making for a wonderful photo opportunity. As you enter the property, keep an eye out for prairie dog colonies. Other popular activities include rock climbing during certain months and fishing in the Belfort for black bullhead, catfish, and walleye. There are also ranger-led excursions of the area. If you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.